Hello, one. Now, I know just from the title, many Halo fans are immediately like, no, that's not true at all. But let me explain. Now, I feel like it is no secret that I really dislike the Halo community to the point where I would even say that I hate the Halo community. And if you look at all the times I've talked about this, whether it be on YouTube or on Twitter, it has always come down to the same thing, which is the non-stop whining and complaining, and the fact that nowadays Halo fans really seem like they don't even like Halo anymore. Now, I want to make it clear that you can dislike a certain game in the franchise and dislike what a company is doing to the game. However, there's a difference between just disliking it and hating everything about the franchise you claim to love. Now, many Halo fans right now say that 343 has killed Halo and ruined Halo. However, I strongly disagree with that because I think they have only made Halo even better than it already was, but they have also improved on it. You guys might have heard me complain many times about what I like to call Bungie fanboys. And these are the Halo fans who love everything about Bungie's Halo. However, they will say that everything 343 does is trash. Now, you can dislike a game in a franchise. Like, for example, I don't really like Soul Calibur 5. However, honestly, I still love Soul Calibur. Soul Calibur is still one of my favorite franchises, with my favorites being Soul Calibur 2, Soul Calibur 4, and Soul Calibur 6. And Soul Calibur 2 is being one of my favorite games of all time. And even if Soul Calibur 6 is the last game in the franchise that they will ever make, Soul Calibur is still alive for me. Like, I'm keeping it alive simply by loving it. Now, I know many people would say, well, yeah, but they fixed it by making Soul Calibur 6 and all that. They fixed their mistake, so it's fine. Then, if you think that way, you're missing my entire point right now, and that is games can stay alive longer after the developers are done with the franchise simply because of the fans. The thing is, with Halo fans and the Bungie fanboys I mentioned earlier, they say and act like everything 343 does is doing with Halo is trash and is terrible. However, looking at their complaints, many of their complaints and issues have been in Halo since Combat Evolve. However, no one actually had these issues until Halo 4 and 343 started making the Halo games. Like, for example, people complain about how the Prometheans in Halo 4 are bullet sponges, and they take too much ammo to take down. But they ignore the fact that the Flood did that exact same thing in the original 3 Halo games. Or the fact that the Brutes did that in Halo 2. People complain that in Halo 5, we don't know anything about Fireteam Osiris or Blue Team. However, in the original Halo games, we knew nothing about the Master Chief, and no one had an issue with it. And Halo 5 does tell us the gist of who they are. Halo 5 tells us just enough of who each character is. Again, we don't know anything about Chief in the original Halo games. So, this is a very weird complaint that I hear from people. Also, I hear people complain that we see Chief's eyes at the end of Halo 4 when you beat on Legendary. Even though that was the biggest mystery in Halo ever since Combat Evolve is, what does Chief look like? And we still don't know what Chief looks like, we just know what his eyes look like. Or how about everyone complaining about why Chief's armor was different in Halo 4 and how that happened, but then the same people, they didn't complain and could care less that Chief's armor looks different in Halo Infinite. And it looks more like the armor in Halo 3, even though there's no reason for it to look different from his armor in Halo 4 and 5. Thing is, I can go on, but I'm hoping that people see my point about how people are just hating everything 343 is doing and saying that everything they do is trash, even though many of the issues they have were issues that have been in this franchise since the very beginning when Bungie was making the Halo games. But people didn't have a problem with them. They weren't even issues. But now these are issues, and now they don't shut up about it because it's not Bungie and all that. And if people are still like, no, 343 still killed Halo because they don't understand the franchise like I do or like how Bungie did, then I want to ask a question. How did 343 kill Halo when anything they do, Halo fans hate and say over and over again that it's trash? How did 343 kill Halo when people are extremely impatient and bug them over and over and over again? Even to the point of saying if they don't release the game now, they will cancel their pre-order. And if we don't see anything, they just say, oh, the game's going to suck because we haven't seen anything of the game. And the thing, how did 343 kill Halo when every issue that people bring up for Halo 4 and 5 have existed since the very beginning of Halo? And Bungie didn't even fix these issues. So why should 343 fix these issues that no one had until 343 started making Halo? How did 343 kill Halo when Halo fans simply can't get over the fact that Bungie went and left it, and in my opinion, abandoned Halo, and the Halo fans can't accept the fact that another developer with many of the same people who worked on Halo 1 through Reach are now making the Halo games? Like, how is all this Halo's fault, 343's fault, when Halo fans themselves say everything that when they act like everything 343 is doing is trash, and they are so impatient that they want the new Halo game now, or else they'll complain that 343 is terrible and it's trash, and then once 343 does release it, they say, oh, should I wait longer, this is going to suck. And the thing is, that's exactly what everyone did with Halo Reach on Master Chief Collection, and with Halo, and what people are doing now with Halo Infinite. Everyone complained, where's Halo Infinite? It's been 2 years, we haven't seen anything. We finally see something, oh man, this is trash. Now yes, 343 has made mistakes, especially with the story of Halo 5. However, I feel like that if anyone is more frustrated and angry with how Halo 5 came out, I think it would be 343. Because, like, to me, it's obvious that Halo 5 did not come out the way that 343 wanted the game to come out. They marketed the game in a certain way because of what they wanted to do. They did that for a reason. However, sometimes as creators, you can't do everything you want to. This is something I think every creator can agree with, no matter what you create, whether it's movies, video games, YouTube videos, whatever. Sometimes you run out of time or money, and you will not be able to do everything you want to do. When I was in high school, I took a video class, and in that class, I had to make a short film. So me and a group of people, we went and we made this short film. I thought it was pretty good. However, the more and more I watched it, and while we were editing it, there was stuff that we could have, like, we realized there was stuff we could have done. We could have done more on certain scenes. We could have done a lot more. We could have fixed some things. But there was no time. We were running out of time. We could not, there was no time to go and fix the issues that we all knew were there. And the thing is, it's very different when you're working on something that has a due date, where you need to be finished by a certain day, rather than working on something where you don't have a due date, where you can finish it wherever you want. Like, that's the difference when it comes to, like, YouTube. You can finish it whenever you want, and all that. Because, like, yeah, you can, like, yeah, if you can make your own schedule, but you can release it whenever you want. You can finish the video whenever you decide that you're done. You don't have a time limit. And, like, especially when you're creating a game, you have to meet the deadline. And sometimes you won't be able to do everything you want to. Again, I feel like if anyone is more upset with how Halo 5 is, it's most likely 343. And I honestly wouldn't be surprised if, at this point, some people at 343 just don't like their jobs. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of them didn't want to work on Halo, and if some of them were thinking, what's the point of making this game? The fans are going to hate us anyway. The fans are going to say that we killed their favorite franchise. Now, yes, I'm over-exaggerating, but I still wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. To end this video off, I just want to say that it is fine to dislike Halo 4 and 5, and you can go and say, I don't like Halo 4 and 5. Like, that's fine. But if you go and say over and over again that 343 killed Halo, and they don't understand Halo like how Bungie did or like how I do, break news to you, you are the one killing Halo more than 343. Because, like, again, how is 343 killing Halo when everything they do to you, when everything they do in Halo to you is trash? How are they killing Halo when, according to you, they cannot do anything right unless they make a copy and pasted Halo 3 and make the future Halo games exactly like how Halo 3 was? Like, how is 343 killing Halo when you won't allow them to do anything good? Yes, they make mistakes, and when they make mistakes, you call them out. But right now, Halo fans, they just hate everything that 343 is doing. So if anyone is killing Halo and the Halo franchise, it's Halo fans who nonstop complain, who nonstop say everything 343 does is trash, while in the same breath they say everything Bungie did with Halo was fantastic, and should be worshipped as like this amazing game. Franchises only stay alive because of the fans, not the creators. The creators, they can make as much games as possible, but it's the fans that keep it alive. And honestly, right now, Halo fans are the ones killing Halo, not 343. Because 343, they can make mistakes like they did with Halo 5. But you want to know something? When the fans go and say everything, when the fans go and say and act like everything 343 is doing is garbage, how can they do anything good? Like, how can 343 make a good game when they can't even get the time to even make the stupid game? Because fans are so impatient, they won't allow the fact that they want to take their time. How is 343 killing Halo when according to Halo fans, everything is garbage? Everything that 343 is doing is trash, is garbage, and they can't do anything right, while Bungie did everything perfectly. There are many issues with Bungie's Halo, and you want to know something? A lot of those issues are the issues people bring up for 343's Halo. Like, right now, honestly, Halo fans are killing Halo. Because it's the fans that keep something alive, not the people creating it.